Yeah, what's the Quranic criteria for determining a Messiah?
Yeah. This is very simple. So whenever it comes to the word Messiah, all right, we can say linguistically, we can say it's an aptronym, right? It's a title that is ascribed to a specific individual, right, that qualifies all of his characteristics. So whenever it comes to the early Mufassirin and how they qualified Isa alayhi salam as being the Messiah, they made a lot of etymological connections between the name Messiah and the functions that are ascribed to the Messiah as well. So the Messiah, he was able to massah. Massah means to wipe over, all right, to wipe over. He was able to wipe over the people's eyes, he was able to wipe over the people's hands, and he was able to cure them of their blindness and cure them of their leprous skin disease. That's one, right? They also say that Musiha, he was anointed with blessings, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala massah over him while he was still in the womb and purified him, right? So whenever it comes to this title being an aptronym, right, and us saying that this is a descriptive title of the specific characteristics and the functions that Isa alayhi salam will serve, right, then this is how we can qualify that of the Messiah is according to the functionality. If I could finish, because this is a lot of things to unload. You're telling me, please stop interrupting, dude, stop interrupting. If you want me to answer your questions exhaustively and thoroughly,
you didn't answer my question directly.
I did. I gave you the wait. I did, Blockboy. Just because
way in which you can deem a reply.
Let me finish, dude. You interrupted. I didn't interrupt your question. I didn't interrupt your question.
But you're not giving me Quranic criteria. You're giving me external sources.
That is the Quranic criterion. That is the Quranic criterion.
So give me a surah and an ayah.
Whenever it comes to how the Isa alayhi salam, we're going to talk about his functionality. We're going to talk about what he did. We're going to talk about that
surah and ayah
to his tutelage. Okay, Isa alayhi salam is called the Messiah, and I bring you the Mufassirin and what they say. Okay, that's like saying,
I don't care about the Mufassirin exterior to the Quran. I'm asking you interior. Say, guys, notice how he has to go externally, outside of the Quran.
It wasn't even English.
Dude, if
you don't like our definition,
Christ or anyone is determined to be the Messiah.
That title.
Look how
criteria internally to the Quran.
Look at how horrible this form of argumentation is. He says, why isn't your Quran, bro? Let me respond to Bro. So he said, why isn't the Quran a lexicon? Right? For every single word that's in there, we need to have a qualitative.
That's not what I said.
No, we have to have a qualitative, exhaustive account for every single. But that's what you're asking for. You're saying, where from the Quran do we derive that of the qualifications of the Messiah? And I told you about the qualifications of the Messiah. I told you about
in a general sense.
I told you about the etymological connections from between the functionality that. Wait, let me finish.
I'm asking you a simple question, and you're not answering.
No.
I'm asking you from the Quran. How do you derive one to be identified as the Messiah without going outside of the Quran?
So Isa alayhi salam being a pure boy. Right, him being a pure boy, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doing the act of massah over him, right, wiping over him and anointing him with blessings, musiha, right, that we get within our tradition, that we get from the earliest Mufassirin. Do you want to see what the earliest Mufassirin said? Do you want to see what Ibn Abbas says? Do you want to see what Ibn Abbas says? That's like me saying, where does the Bible calm down? Hey, boy, don't
Ibn Abbas doesn't get criteria. You're a liar. You're a liar. Ibn Abbas doesn't get criteria.
We need one. Hey, dude, you gotta get some of these people off.
Give criteria from Ibn Abbas.
No one's interrupting you when you're asking your questions. No one's interrupting you when you're interrupting me. I need to finish my statement.
The question.
Very simple, dude. No one needs this zest fest over here with like two guys.
Hold on.
Just finish what you're saying.
Let Josh go ahead.
If you're gonna sound like a zest
hold on, Josh, ask the question.
Get off the panel. Okay, let me speak. Very simple. Okay, that's like me saying, oh, biblically, where do you get the definition of son of God? Hoyostotheo. And the church fathers, they'll give us different understandings of the Son of God. The Catechism will give us a different understanding of the Son of God. The Old Testament will give us an understanding.
We can give you that from the Scripture. We don't have to go outside the Scripture.
The Son of God qualifies as, right? Whenever it comes to the biblical definition,
we can give you that's not analogous.
How Son of God is going to be used in what tense and what.
So what you're doing is a two-quote way. You can't answer the question internally to your Quran, so you're flipping it and burning it.
But I'm telling you,
he's giving you an idea on your own script.
But I'm telling you, you're spewing pure idiocy. So Blockboy, remember, you always come and you always ask me questions. I've never asked you a single question. Remember that. Remember that for one.
Josh is going to ask you a question.
Second of all, the point is, none of us accept that our scriptures have to be a lexicon that gives an exhaustive account of what every single name and title
there needs to be implicit information in data.
And then third of all, I did offer you. Wait, let me finish. Third of all, I did.
Oh my God.
Third of all, I did offer you.
Someone mute Ann.
Dude, like the zest.
Somebody mute Ann.
Okay, just be quiet. It's disgusting. Just wait.
You're talking way too much.
Keep muting. If you keep muting, it looks bad on you. You're muting. It looks horrible. It looks horrible. It looks horrible.
Guys,
keep muting when I'm answering in an exhaustive way.
You're not answering the question, brother.
Dude. Who's this pick me? Who's this pick me?
And you have not answered the question.
Who's this pick me? Who's this pick me?
And I asked you internally, prove to me without going outside the Quran how the word Messiah is used and denoted in the general sense. How do we come to the conclusion generally, the criteria of Messiah based on the Quran itself, not going outside the Quran?
Yes, and I mentioned, did I mention Isa alayhi salam? So one of Isa alayhi salam's,
you appeal to the scholars.
Okay, I got you. One of Isa alayhi salam's miracles. I got you. One of Isa alayhi salam's miracles, according to chapter 5, verse 110, is to basically cure people of their blindness and their skin and leprous disease. How did he do that? How did he do that?
So watch this.
No, how did he do that? Answer the question.
So I'm going to answer your question. So your criteria is miracles, and according to that same verse, did Jesus not form a bird from clay?
Yes, he formed a bird from clay.
Where do you get that story from? Where does the Quran get that story from?
I got you. So look how thoroughly, look how exhaustive.
The infancy gospel of Thomas. So you're appealing. So again, the Quran, the source that you appeal to attribute this title of the Messiah to Jesus appeals to an external source.
Look, they're gonna drop me. They're gonna drop me once they think they're gonna lose.
Alright, don't drop. So you baked yourself.
Don't drop me.
You know where?
Okay, just don't drop me. Just don't drop me. Just don't drop me.
You know where Muhammad got Messiah from?
Block boy. Keep it one-on-one. Keep it one-on-one. You have Muz and you have I serve and you have Joshua all speaking over.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you should
control the conversation. If you want to have a good,
yeah, we're controlling the conversation by controlling you because you like to go on long tangents and you don't like to answer questions directly.
Dude, what? I asked you.
Why are you writing?
Jesus Christ is the way.
Dude,
don't bring anybody else up.
Oh my gosh, don't bring anyone up. Everyone else mute up. Everyone else mute up. Everyone else mute up. I serve, mute up. Stop interrupting. Like, dude, it's such bad looks. Okay? So, first of all, you said I'm dodging. Okay? It's a horrid, grotesque lie from the pit of hell. Why is that?
Because I asked my last claim.
Dude, stop interrupting. Stop interrupting.
Who keeps bringing this guy up?
Stop interrupting.
Yo, your mods.
Stop bringing up people. Stop interrupting, dude. It's a one-on-one conversation. Block boy, I came up to you.
Yeah. So and address my question directly, or my objection.
Dude,
rather.
that's what I'm trying to do. Oh my god, that's what I'm trying to do.
So go ahead.
Okay. So yeah. So stop interrupting and stop bringing up random people who are shouting on the panel.
Okay. So answer the question and stop.
Okay, I got you. No problem. No problem.
Stop wasting time,
dude. If you think I don't have these arguments memorized like the back of my hand, then like you're
separated
from your mental and cognitive ability.
10 minutes to respond.
I got you. So first things first. Now I asked you about Isa alayhi salam, basically how he performed these miracles and what our mufassirin say and how they derive these etymological connections in this titleage and how they qualify this titleage. You dodged and you went to the Quran copies off of Gnostic stories. Okay, so first of all, whenever it comes to the infancy gospel of Thomas, have you ever read the infancy gospel of Thomas?
Yeah, I've read bits and pieces of it.
How many clay birds did he form?
It says he formed 12 sparrows, if I'm not mistaken. 12
clay birds. And what happened after that?
They flew away.
No, after that, the people started worshiping him. And after that, Jesus went and he corrected his teacher. And the teacher flicked him on the head.
From that narrative
I got you.
Of Jesus forming a bird from clay.
This is fallacious. This argumentation is fallacious.
It's not fallacious.
Wait,
yes or no? Is there some sort of symmetry between those two stories? Yes or no?
No, there's no symmetry.
So you're
there's no symmetry. There's no symmetry. There's no symmetry in the number
that Jesus created a bird from clay, right?
I got you. There's no symmetry. I got you. There's no symmetry, right? Whenever it comes to how many birds were formed, there's no symmetry.
No, just on the fact that
the people treated Jesus. There's no symmetry.
Not how many.
Wait, there's no. What?
We're talking about the mere fact that Jesus, forget the number. I'm talking about, is there symmetry in the mere fact that the Quran says Jesus created a bird from clay, and the infancy gospel of Thomas says so as well, that Jesus created a bird from clay?
No, I don't grant.
The creation of a bird
I don't grant that the story. I don't grant that the story of Jesus turning the clay bird
both
into a real bird.
stories share similarities. There's symmetry between it.
Wait. I don't grant.
There's creation of birds from clay. Is there symmetry between it, or is Allah a liar? Who's a liar? Who's the liar?
Okay, this is very simple. Okay, so first of all, I don't grant that the story is preserved in its original form before the time of the Muslims. And if you can bring me one manuscript that has this story there, and I can bring you other scholars. Oh my God. Wait.
Thank you. If it's not preserved, then it's unreliable. And the Quran takes from that which is unreliable. Then the Quran is an unreliable source quoting an unreliable source.
Thank you very much.
Allah is unreliable.
Look how easy it is to refute.
The Quran is unreliable.
So first of all, dude, stop interrupting. You asked your question. You put a huge burden of proof on me after you dodged my question. All right. And I'm trying to answer, and I can't even get through a single sentence. Okay. So first things first, we're going to break this down. Now, whenever it comes to this story being preserved in manuscript form before the time of the Muslims, no, it doesn't exist. If you can find me a single manuscript that has this story still contained within it, where Jesus turned a clay bird into a real bird, then I will accept that this story pre-existed. Now, whenever it comes to you arguing in a fallacious sense, right? This is post hoc fallacy, right? It's an assumption that since event A happened before event B, event A, wait, dude, boy. Hey, boy,
stop
that's
rhetoric.
Not rhetoric. That's not rhetoric. That's not rhetoric.
You just called me
That's
boy.
Not rhetoric. I'm calling out your
You're rambling on and on.
No.
I got the point. I got. Thank you. So what he just implied was that I have to find the source because according to him in his implication, the source does not exist.
I'm muting.
Because there's no evidence for the source existing. Okay, if the source does not exist, or there's no evidence for the source existing, then Allah creates an innovation by quoting said source or said story because it has no historical grounding.
Nice. Wait, can I say so? Wait,
please only wait.
Fabricates a story that never existed.
Nice.
So your Allah is a liar according to your own reasoning and logic. Thank you very much. Go ahead, respond.
Are you finished?
Respond to what I just said.
Beautiful. Now, you cut me off in the middle of my response, and you said, stop with the rhetoric. I said your argument is fallacious because correlation doesn't equal causation. Just because there's a similarity doesn't necessitate that one copied off of the other. Just because event A happened before event B doesn't mean event A caused event B. Just because the story, right, the infancy gospel of Thomas existed, and in the form of when we have the earliest manuscripts. And I want you to give me big screen because I've actually
switched your argument and said that
I don't interrupt me again. Stop
exist.
interrupting. Yo, stop interrupting.
Did you not switch your argument and say that source A does not exist?
In the middle of my statement response. Wait, stop interrupting.
Did you not switch your argument and say source A does not exist? Source A is the infancy gospel of Thomas.
Give me big screen. Give me big screen. Give me big screen. Give me big screen.
Grounding of Thomas.
Give me big screen.
Watch this. I will give you big screen if you can admit that you said source A, which is the infancy gospel of Thomas, has no historical grounding.
Source
Can you admit that?
No, source A, whenever it comes to its manuscript form, I got you. No, just listen. I'm going to show you.
Shrink him.
Look,
bro. Mod, stop.
What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? I'm showing you sources.
I will personally give you big screen.
I'm showing you sources to substantiate.
I will personally give you big screen if you can answer the question.
Alright, source A is what again?
Okay.
Source A is the infancy gospel of Thomas.
Did you not say that source A? Hey, yo,
I got you.
I'm gonna have to mute you. I'm gonna have to. Yo, answer my question. Did you not say that source A, which is the infancy gospel of Thomas, had no historical grounding? Was that not your argument? Answer the question. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, AN. Did you not say that source A, which is the infancy gospel of Thomas?
No, I did not say. No, I did not say.
So now you're a liar. So
now you're a liar. Wait, dude. Oh my gosh, this is so bad.
So now,
this is so bad. Look, now he's gonna drop me. Now give me big screen.
No, I'm gonna give you big screen. What are you talking about?
Okay,
I'm gonna give you
beautiful.
Big
I'm gonna break it down.
Slide. So I'm gonna give you big screen. Go ahead.
So let's break this down. The earliest full manuscripts that we get is from when exactly? You don't even know. It's from 1299 AD, right? It's from what year is the first full manuscript that we get of the story? Right? Some people say 15th to 16th century, the first full manuscript with the story that contains the clay birds being turned into real birds. Now, whenever it comes to specific individuals who are critics of Islam, like Sean W. Anthony, he says, my view is that the Quran influenced, not the Quran took from, the Quran influenced the Arabic infancy gospel. Right? To my knowledge, there's no attestation to an episode in which an infant speaks from the cradle to defend Mary that appears in an infancy gospel, Syriac prior to the 7th century, and he continues on. So he's saying that the Arabic infancy gospel was inspired by the Quran, and he makes the exact same argument that I'm making. This is Sean W. Anthony. Third of all, let me finish, please.
Yeah.
Okay? Third of all, whenever it comes to the earliest manuscript form, wait, let me finish. Let me finish. Give me big screen again, dude. Why are you shifting my big screen? Why are you shifting my big screen?
You made your point.
No, let him do his Discord.
Well, no, I didn't finish making my point. No, I didn't finish making my point. Dude, I let him speak. I let him speak for as long as he wanted. I let him speak for as long as he wanted.
You made your point.
He's gonna give me the same courtesy. Look, I actually did a deep dive on this, and I actually look. These are my notes.
What does he say after?
My notes, boy. And second of all, did every single and second of all, like, and I actually read the infancy gospel of Thomas. Here,
go back to where he says however. Then I'll put you back on big screen. Thank you.
Okay, right here. Read it, screenshot.
Okay, what does he say after however? Go ahead, tell us.
You want to go up to the tweet yourself. No,
you go ahead because you said he.
How is that relevant?
So what does it say right here? What does it say right here? What is the main point?
However,
what is the main point? My view is that the Quran influenced the Arabic infancy gospel. To my knowledge, there is no attestation to an episode.
This is so sad. He appeals to a Twitter tweet or X tweet.
Okay, but wait. I'm gonna substantiate. Just calm down. Okay. So first of all, Block Boy. First of all, foundationally, Josh, be quiet. First of all, foundationally, is every single miracle recorded within the Gospels of what Jesus did? Just a yes or no.
What's the relevance with the topic of
is every single miracle because it's possible. It's possible. Look how I can argue this in any way, shape, or form. Look at how
no. You gotta show me the relevance.
Look at how
with
top
the
tier my rebuttal is that I can argue this in any way, shape, or form. Did every single miracle that Jesus did? I'm gonna show you the relevancy because this is talking about a historical miracle that Jesus did. So the relevancy is what the gospel narratives say about this specific incident where Jesus, with all the miracles that Jesus did, and if there's any sort of indication that we can draw from the gospels.
Historically, when was the infancy gospel written?
Don't cut him off. Don't cut him off. Come on.
Wait, stop cutting me off, dude. And answer the question, dude. Oh my gosh, I've answered every single one of his questions and his diversions, and he hasn't answered a single question of mine. He hasn't answered a single question.
Because the question is irrelevant.
Dude, this is why you guys don't bring me up. This is why all your
question is irrelevant. Okay, what is the relevance?
The question is relevant. The question is relevant. Now, according to John chapter 20, verse 30, Jesus performed many other signs in the presence of his disciples, which are not recorded in this book. So is it possible that one of Jesus's Josh, wait, let me finish.
He just read in the presence of his disciples.
He's muting me. He's muting me, and he's scared to answer the question.
Wait, how does that refute?
Listen, dude, listen. Hey, Josh,
how does that help
on you? Josh, if you want me to flip it on you, if you want me to flip it on you, I will gladly. I will. Okay, if you want me to flip it on you, if you want me to start interrogating you, good. Understand you're outmatched and go back on me.
In the present, when it says in the presence of his disciples,
listen to the question.
Hold on. Show me an external source from apostolic succession where the apostles, where the successors of the apostles give this note that the extra miracles that are not written down in the Gospels include the creation of a bird or 12 sparrows.
Where's it written?
He blundered.
Where's it written? Let me finish my point. Let me finish, Josh.
Let Joshua speak. Let Joshua speak.
You interrupted me. Let me finish.
Okay, I'll give you 1 minute, then you're done.
Finish my point, and you can call out my blunder.
Wait, hold on. Wait. First,
let me finish my
say what he wanted to say.
You call out my blunder. You didn't even.
Guys, just give him 1 minute.
Oh my gosh.
No. Wait. Hold on. And I'm gonna have to shrink you for a little bit. Musk wanted to say something. He's been waiting, and then Josh, I'm gonna allow you to respond as well. Yo, Musk, hold on. I'm trying to expand you. I don't know why.
All right. Meet the real scholars who own Islamic scholars. So this is Craig A. Evans and James Beverly in their book Getting Jesus Right, How Muslims Get Jesus and Islam Wrong. So this is chapter 11, and I'm going to read to you what he says about it.
Nice. Bro, you always read the same book.
Yeah. Anyway. So Jesus giving life to birds made of mud or clay is but one of the several extraordinary and utterly unhistorical miracles the child Jesus performs in Infancy Gospel of Thomas and in other related writings. But it is on this very story that Quran 349 is based. The Infancy Gospel of Thomas, Jesus makes birds from mud, and the Quran he makes a bird from dust.
Nice.
Where's your historical?
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna respond to that. Okay. Are you done?
He's not done.
That's a Christian
Go ahead. You got it, man. You got it. As long as you're able to respond to my rebuttal.
Prepare yourself. Flying bird, and the Quran Jesus breathes it to the form of a bird made from dust. I'm just going to finish reading this paragraph, and that's it. And I'll shut up. Into the form of a bird made from dust, and then becomes a bird. This story appears in a so-called Arabic infancy gospel. So this is just going to answer your question. Which originated in the 5th or 6th century, and which made use of Proto-Evangelium of James and infancy gospel of Thomas. See Arabic 46 for the story of the clay birds. So you can refer to this book if you want to, for the citation. It is probable that Muhammad was familiar with some of the infancy stories and perhaps had himself heard of a version of Arabic infancy gospel. It is not necessary to think that Muhammad was familiar with the teaching of Basilides or some other Gnostic. So, just to answer your question, with some credible scholars, bro.
Okay. Interesting. Credible scholars. Nice. Credible scholars. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna respond in full, terrible. And I respect Muzz to respond to my points. Okay. Did you bring me a single manuscript with this story of the clay birds being turned into real birds from a single church father, from a single historical attestation, or from a single manuscript before the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And did you prove that any of this material would have been contemporary to him? Just a yes or no?
We don't affirm that. We don't affirm.
Just a yes or no. Hey, Josh, I didn't ask you.
The crickets are loud.
God.
So are we gonna get a response from us?
We don't affirm the miracles to no church.
Wait, Josh.
What is this guy saying?
Wait, dude. If one person engages with me and you guys just ping pong back and forth because the intellect from one of you guys is unmatched to mine, or it can't even come close to mine.
So the rhetoric is not.
I'm asking
Muzz.
I just said we don't affirm the miracles to no church.
I'm asking Muzz. And first of all, I already said no. First of all, I broke down multiple levels of argumentation on how to refute this. I can refute it any single way.
Exactly.
The problem is even if it existed in manuscript form, I can still
the
have
problem
a
is
very,
you just
very
got
articulate
refuted.
argument. Dude, I let you speak for 3 minutes.
Refuted you.
I let you speak for 3 minutes.
Must just refuted you.
No, but wait.
So are you going to respond to what he said?
I let you speak for 3 minutes. I let you guys speak for 3 minutes, ping-ponging back off of one another. Stop doing
Must just refuted.
bad luck.
So respond to what Must said.
Must
respond to what Must said.
I asked Must, do you have a single church father who quotes this story prior to the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Do you have a single manuscript that contains this story of the clay birds being turned into real birds prior to the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And do you have any sort of corroborative evidence to show that this couldn't have existed within early tradition? And even if it didn't exist within early tradition, we still have the early tradition from the Gospels that not every single one of the miracles that Jesus did would have been recorded in this book. So what is your response to this? Do you have any sort of historical attestation or corroboration or any sort of manuscript data? And are you able to refute the point that we bring from the Gospel of John? Go ahead.
Hang on. So when did you say the first manuscript was again?
The first manuscript right here of the full story. All right, and you thought you were gonna catch me on that. Give me big screen. This guy thought he was gonna catch me. This guy thought he was gonna catch me. This guy thought he was gonna catch me. Give me big screen.
And you don't need big screen.
Give me big screen.
You don't need big
screen. Give me big screen. I'm gonna answer his question.
He's not gonna give him big screen, man.
Give me big screen. Block, give me big screen.
He said like 12, 13.
And you don't need big screen, bro.
Wait, I do to show him. You
said
He
like
just asked me what's the dating.
Right?
I'm gonna show him the manuscript.
Oh my
And
God.
did you or did you not say that the earliest attestation of the infancy gospel of Thomas was in the 12th to 13th century? Yes or no?
No. First of all, I said the first.
You didn't say that.
You
we have the clip.
Wait.
We
You
have the
can clip it.
manuscript with the story in it.
You can clip it. I said the
Brother.
first. You listen, Block Boy. Listen. This is horrible. Oh my God, this is horrible.
We have the clip
from Oxford Bodleian Library. The first full manuscript. The first full manuscript comes from when? Some date it. Wait, just calm down.
Hold on.
Let me respond.
We didn't ask about the first full manuscript.
No. I said the first.
We asked about the first attestation of the Gospel of Thomas.
Okay, the first attestation. Wait,
in manuscript form.
I got you.
Not the full manuscript.
I got you. No, the first attestation.
When was any attestation of any manuscript first found of the Gospel of Thomas?
Look,
when was it found?
Look at this guy.
Post Muhammad?
Look at this guy.
Or pre-Muhammad?
So, Block Boy.
Post Muhammad or pre-Muhammad?
Listen.
Post Muhammad or pre-Muhammad?
I got you. So the first instance of the story with the clay birds is not pre-Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The first instance of the gospel existing is before the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam existing. What are we arguing? What is the contention? If the story of the clay birds, no, now look, he's interrupting. If the story of the clay birds, wait, stop interrupting.
What's the evidence for that?
Look, he keeps interrupting. Dude.
So answer the question.
Behave. I did.
Answer the question.
I did.
I asked you, what is the evidence for the claim that you just made?
I could refute all you guys. Oh my gosh, so easily.
The rhetoric maxing is not going to help you.
No, because you're not letting me speak.
What is the evidence for the claim that you just made?
So interrupting and mumbling over your words isn't a way of.
Okay, so can you answer, or are you just going to rhetoric?
I did. Okay, I'm going to answer again. Maybe you didn't hear because you kept mumbling and you kept interrupting. So I said the first attestation of the story, right? I
heard the first part. You're not tracking.
I got you. I'm going to answer in full because I'm not just going to give you one statement that you can cherry pick from. I'm going to give you a full.
So you know you're on a tight leash.
Like, look at you. Like, it doesn't.
AN, let's be for real right now, bro.
Look at you.
Somebody mute this dog.
Oh, let him land his point, man. Damn.
So I'm gonna have to mute you for just rhetoric maxing.
She asked me a question, I answered in full.
I'm muting you because you're not engaging with the question at all. What you're doing is you're mocking.
The first time that this gospel is attested to. Look, I have the article right here. Where the first manuscript that we get from this.
The tweet on X?
No,
the tweet on X
this is an article on the early copy. Wait, this is an article on the early copy of the Infancy Gospel of Thomas identified.
Okay, look.
So here's the earliest manuscript.
Hold on, I don't think you understood
Here's the earliest manuscript. Look. Hello, look on screen. Hey, boy, look on screen.
Hello,
yo, pube stash, look on screen.
Yo, what's wrong with this guy?
Pube stash,
I gotta mute him. Dated.
Are you good?
Man is literally trying to get us.
So, Muzz, did you give me a historical attestation of the story existing before?
Dude, that's not
so, AN, you made the claim, okay, that the earliest attestation of the infancy gospel of Thomas did not include, okay, the story of Jesus forming the bird or birds from clay. So I'm asking
pre-Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yes, pre-Muhammad. So I'm asking you, what is your evidence for that? I would like the evidence for that.
Okay, beautiful. So the evidence is that the manuscript data does not qualify any sort of indication to where we could draw the story, right? We have no sort of church father. Wait, dude. Be quiet.
Show me the manuscript data.
The manuscript data is here, Goofy. That's what I have on screen.
Give him big screen.
This is the earliest manuscript we have.
Okay, let's see it.
I got you. Give me big screen. Give me big screen.
Yeah.
Give me big screen.
Show me the manuscript data.
Oh my gosh. Be quiet, dude. Stop interrupting. I literally quieted down so you could ask your question for the fourth time and you keep pivoting your question. Don't think you're sneaky. Don't think you're slick. You keep pivoting your question. You keep shifting it because you know you're getting cooked. Okay? And then whenever I answer in full, you start muting. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's not how you debate. Stop doing that. I have to teach you how to debate. That's not how you debate. Okay? So it's very simple. The first manuscript. The first manuscript, dude, if you say that one more time, I'm gonna post Joshua running away so hard and trying to debate a girl over me.
You're not gonna post anything. You're not posting anything.
I will, dude.
You're not posting anything.
Okay, so right here, the first manuscript right here this is a 4th century papyrus of the earliest fragment. This was found pretty recently, actually. So this is the first fragment of a 4th century papyrus containing the infancy gospel of Thomas. Now, does it contain anything about Jesus turning a clay bird into a real bird? No. The first full story that we get, and right here, even the scholars they're confused on whether, like, what language this was written in, yada, yada, yada. It's measuring about 4 by 2 inches right here. Let me just zoom out a little bit.
It's still not
wait.
Wait.
I'm not done.
My response to that is wait. I'm just clarifying.
I'm not done. The scholars date the papyrus to the early 4th or early 5th century based on its paleography. This would be. Wait, I'm helping you out because I studied the manuscript data. You guys didn't.
Yeah.
You guys didn't. So actually, I studied the manuscript data. That's what we're arguing. So let me tell you what the article says. The scholars date the papyrus to the early 4th or 5th century based on its paleography. This would make it the oldest known copy of the text by a century and the earliest Greek version by half a millennium. Even the language of the original is debated. Okay, so whenever it comes to the language, there's multiple languages of when the story could have originated. We have no sort of church father attestation. If you can bring me a single church father who quoted, and these church fathers, they quoted a lot of Gnostic sources. They tried refuting a lot of Gnostic sources. If you could find me any church father, any Greek or Latin church father before the time of the Prophet Muhammad who quotes this story and who says there was Gnostics going around and attributing this miracle to Jesus and that miracle to Jesus, then that's perfectly fine. Right? I would say, okay, the story did exist before the time of the Prophet Muhammad in manuscript form, in some sort of verbal attestation, so on and so forth. And there could be some sort of corroboration derived from that. But if we don't even find this story, within any sort of manuscript data that we have before the time of the Prophet Muhammad from any sort of church father, let me finish, dude. Let me finish. Oh my God! Let me finish.
Yo, block by.
Let me finish. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm actually providing sources. I'm actually reading data.
Yeah, for sure.
Whenever Muzz wanted to read his book, we let him read multiple pages.
Finish. Stop with the rhetoric.
Okay, then stop interrupting. Then stop interrupting, boy. Then stop interrupting. Then stop interrupting.
So finish quickly.
Then stop interrupting. Oh my God, he's still interrupting.
Finish quickly.
Oh my God. He's still interrupting. Okay, then be quiet. So whenever it comes to historical attestation or corroboration to this story existing before the time of the Prophet Muhammad, the burden of proof is on you, because you're saying the Prophet Muhammad had this story contemporary to him and he was copying off of it. So the burden of proof is on you, goofy. Now, whenever I say the argument and I make a deafening argument from silence, and I tell you,
so now ad hominems are being thrown. Okay, now you're getting muted. So now this is gonna be my response.
No way,
if he comes off of me, he ran.
Nah, I dropped.
Or did he get?
He's being too disrespectful. I'm gonna bring him back up. But brother, stop insulting and stop moving like you're a guy on this. You're not even answering our first question.
You're Toronto guy.
So watch how I'm gonna cook him. So watch how I'm gonna cook him. Yeah, he needs to stop.
You're not even asking our question. Like this guy.
So and just go on mute. Just go on.
What was my ad hominem? What was my ad hominem? What was my ad hominem?
Right now, you're the one making.
What was my ad hominem? You said.
Okay, so and just go on mute so I can respond.
What was my ad hominem?
So look, he's manifesting so that I can't respond.
What was my ad hominem? No, I'm asking you. Why'd you lie? You said I used an ad hominem.
Yeah. So can you just go on mute? Thank you very much. So
what was my ad hominem? You claimed that I made an ad hominem.
Your claim was that because the earliest
these guys are lying on me and throwing me off the pedal for no reason.
Brother, can you stop? Can you stop? Exactly. Stop manifesting because you know you're about to get fried. Okay. Step into Block Boy's oven, 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, your claim was that because there was only one fragment of the manuscript concerning the infancy gospel of Thomas, which did not contain the specific story of this narrative of Jesus creating birds or a bird from clay, that somehow, okay, this is going to fit with your argument that the Islamic narrative or Islam influenced it, okay, 600 years or how many other years later?
900. 600, 900.
Right? 600 and 900 years later. Watch how your argument falls flat on its face, okay? The Birmingham manuscript. How many surahs?
The Birmingham manuscript has like 2 surahs. Or it's only 2 or 3 pages.
surahs, right?
It's 22 pages.
Okay. Since the Birmingham manuscript only was discovered with 2 to 3 surahs, does this negate the rest of the content of the Quran that might have been lost from the complete Birmingham manuscript?
Bro, there's a huge difference. Wait.
No. Does this negate huge difference?
Look at the dots.
Wait, no. Watch. I'm asking you a question of consistency.
Thomas in centuries.
I didn't ask for Pablo, go on mute.
I'm asking here, black boy. I'm getting too
I'm asking hey Cal, stop. You see 2 backup dancers because they know their boys in hot water right now. They know their boys in
no matter how you
450 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, this is actually bad.
You're about to come out my oven, okay? You're about to come out the oven.
Baked.
So An, I know you're running to Sheikh Google
overnight. You dumb.
Go ahead, Sheikh. Wait.
I know.
Wait.
So according, no. Watch this. I'm just gonna formulate the argument according to your line of reasoning.
I'm showing my screen.
It would no. Shut up.
I'm showing my screen. This is Sheikh
according
Google.
to
These are
your
my notes.
argument. This would have to necessitate that anything other than the Birmingham manuscript's 3 surahs is a later invention or influence from outside sources.
Nice. Are you done?
Okay, such as Christianity. Okay, which means according to this line of reasoning, your argument falls flat on its face. So now I'm gonna ask you.
Let me respond to that.
No. I'm asking you the question. I'm asking you the question.
You're terrified, boy. You're terrified.
Rhetoric maxing.
You're terrified.
Every time you rhetoric max, it means you got baked. Every time you rhetoric max, it means you got baked.
You're terrified.
So now, does this mean that according?
Let me respond to that.
Does this mean that according to the inference, which is going to be source A, which is going to be the infancy gospel of Thomas? Does this mean according to the infancy gospel of Thomas first attestation that its first attestation or manuscript negates everything else that could have been lost or not discovered yet with it, which would be the narrative of Jesus Christ, creating from sparrows, which the Quran attributes okay, in chapter 5, verse 110, which the source itself, the infancy gospel of Thomas, is going to be a heresy, which was condemned by the church. So question number 1, you need to answer. Question number 2,
oh my gosh,
you need to answer whether Allah is a liar and taking from forgery and from unreliable sources. Can you answer the question, yes or no?
Nice.
2 questions.
No problem.
Answer
No
them
problem.
correctly.
No, wait. Now look how he just switched. Look how none of his questions.
No, I didn't switch any.
Wait, dude,
answer the question.
I'm gonna answer.
Answer the question.
I'm gonna answer the points that you made. I'm gonna answer the points that you made.
Answer it.
Dude, this is pathetic. I'm gonna answer the points that you made.
Answer.
Okay. Stop interrupting. Okay.
Yo, if you don't answer, I'm gonna start rhetoric max.
He's finding a reason to drop me.
If you don't answer, I'm gonna rhetoric max.
This is pathetic. Dude, your rhetoric is dog shit. Oh my god. But now, whenever it comes to the point that you just made, you made the points that there's the Birmingham manuscript. The Birmingham manuscript, a couple pages, a page or two, maybe a couple more, right? Whatever it may be. Now, you said, just because the Birmingham manuscript is one of our earliest manuscripts and it doesn't contain the full Quran, does that mean that the full Quran, right, was originally a couple pages? Obviously not. Whenever it comes to corroboration, whenever it comes to
concession, thank you very much.
Wait, let me finish. Okay, concession. 3 words into my rebuttal. Concession.
That's
thank you
your
very
first
much.
concession.
Nice.
Go ahead,
nice,
continue.
Nice. You keep convincing yourself. Keep convincing yourself. Why? Keep
Continue.
convincing the guy.
You just conceded.
You took over the crowd. Then where's the concession? Okay. So
You
first
just
of all, whenever it
conceded.
comes to the corroboration. Wait, look. If I asked you a single question, Block, but you'd cower.
Continue.
The sweat drops would just start
Hurry up.
drooling from your greasy ass forehead. Okay. Be quiet. Let me respond. Then stop interrupting.
So he's not rhetoric maxing.
Then stop interrupting.
Remember, every time he rhetoric maxes.
Then stop interrupting.
I have to.
First of all, whenever it comes to, because you interrupted.
So you got put in my oven.
Because you interrupted. Okay,
up the
nice.
temperature to 500 degrees Fahrenheit, and he's baking.
He's gonna drop me.
He's
don't you dare. Don't you dare.
cooking, frying.
Nice, you're choking on something. Okay. So whenever it comes to the manuscript data, whenever it comes to the manuscript data, from the first century, be quiet.
What are you choking on?
Whenever it comes to the manuscript data.
Exactly. Answer my question.
Let me finish. Oh my gosh. Whenever it comes to the manuscript data within the first century of the Quran, we have 100% of the Quran, right? You haven't seen any of the manuscripts. You haven't seen the codex. Wait. You haven't seen.
You have 100% of the Quran?
Wait. Let me finish.
Hey.
Okay. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, dude. We don't need the Hindu up here arguing for the Bhagavad Gita. We don't need the Hindu up here arguing for the Bhagavad Gita and the Vedas. Let me finish.
He's trying to get kicked.
Now
he's trying to get kicked.
Is the Birmingham manuscript Uthmanic Rasam?
Wait, I kicked them. Wait, Ian, we were gonna let you make your point, but you started to be racist, bro.
Yeah, I know.
To be racist.
No, wait.
He saw me coming up here.
Let it back up.
To
be fair.
Hold on, guys. I gotta switch off my mic. It's eating up too much power.
Joshua. To be fair, Jay literally just interrupted Anne's point.
Yeah, you could have just told Say to shut up or something.
And then you would have dropped him anyway.
Racist.
Let him back up. Back up.
Wait, don't bring anybody up.
He's gonna behave.
To be fair, if somebody interrupts, you get racist.
Huh?
So you're the guy who would sit down and say if someone interrupts the answers to get racist?
How's he being
Oh my
racist?
gosh.
No racism.
No one interrupt.
Hindu isn't a race.
This is oh my gosh. No one interrupt. No one interrupt. Dude, you were calling me. You were saying I was part of a T organization a couple days ago. Joshua, be quiet. You were saying I was part of a T organization a couple. Yes, you did. We have it on clip. You started screaming what?
Say that,
yeah, you did. Yeah, exactly. So don't be racist, yada yada, when you're saying I'm part of a T organization. Okay. Now, whenever it comes to the points I'm gonna make, J49, if you want to engage, boy,
but J49,
if you want to steal the argumentation, I'll thoroughly refute the hell out of every single one of you. I'm putting all the chips on my back. I'm putting all the.
Can you stop behaving like an Eminem and apologize to J49er?
He's not worth our time. I just dropped.
Hey,
Move on to somebody else. Talk to Cal.
Guys.
Move on.
So, one second. Let me say something to Blockbot. Hey, Blockbot. So, the Hafs Quran that they have at home, they say that it is from Uthmanic's Rasam, Mus'haf, skeleton codex. Okay.
Right.
So the Birmingham, you won't find anywhere that it'll say the Birmingham copy manuscript actually matches.
I wasn't done with my point.
J49.
Somebody mute.
Drop it for a second.
Wait, it was my turn to speak, Block. It was my turn to speak. It was my turn to speak. Why'd you drop it?
Birmingham.
Actually, we're gonna let Jay finish. Then
I'm talking to the host. Yeah, just be the good Dimmy and be in the chat. Okay. All right. So the Birmingham manuscripts, you will not find anyone saying that it actually matches with Uthmani's codex. So people have looked into it, just research it. So whatever they have at home, Hafs, is not Uthmani's codex. They insist that's what it is. Now remember, I run many of these lives, they burned the original Quran, which was Abu Bakr's Rasam, which is, and Uthman's Rasam, Codex, Mus'haf, is different than Abu Bakr's. The original one was Abu Bakr's. They burnt and destroyed it. And Abu Bakr's son was one of the people unaliving Uthman, I have the evidence, where he says, I'm doing it because you changed the Quran. They got a fake-ass Quran at home, dude. The bloody thing that they burnt it for Uthman's Codex, they lost that sucker too. So whatever they have at home is completely different. So I don't know what this guy's got. It's all in their scholarship. It's all in their scholarship. They tell us this stuff. So let him go ahead and say that he's got 2 pages, 4 pages. He's got 100 in the 1st century. He doesn't even have anything in the 1st century. Okay? Like a full manuscript, as he said.
Exactly. And
but what they have at home is not the real Quran, dude. They
by the way, Jay, I'm sorry you're irrelevant right now. So anyways, Black Boy, are you gonna rise AN back up?
Yeah, AN can stay on the panel.
Said the big core. Do you have your free mixing pass to speak to us?
Hey Joshua, you don't know.
Hey man. Hey man.
Yo,
she just got
to the
baked
panel,
by logic, dude.
She got baked.
She just got baked.
Cora
by
hasn't
logic,
hit puberty yet. Don't bring her back up here.
No.
Joshua, you sure you've hit puberty?
Cora
yeah,
has
puberty,
Cora
my son.
Bro.
Because, my son. What do you mean, my son? Rob belt your ass, bro.
This is. Oh my God! No way he's still talking.
Yeah.
No way he's still.
Hey, 2v2, 2v. Yo, let him.
No, guys, let Ian finish his point.
2v2.
Nah, the man super. It's like he wants us to drop him.
Yeah.
And just
don't
behave like Eminem.
Oh my, ain't no way.
And you need to apologize to Jay.
Ain't no way.
You need to apologize for your racism.
Ain't no way. What did I say? I said we didn't want to hear textual criticism. I said we didn't want to hear textual criticism.
You made a racist comment about.
What was the racist comment? Go ahead.
You made a racist comment about.
What was the racist comment, dude? What was the racist comment?
You attributed a culture to him just because he's Indian.
Yeah, he's Indian. I've never even spoken to this guy.
What is he?
Is he, dude?